Hey everyone, today's restorative yoga practice is a double dose of restorative yoga poses utilizing one of my favorite props, the chair. So you can grab a simple chair from anywhere around your home, a kitchen chair works, and grab a few pillows. You may want them, you may not. I always like to have a few pillows close by just so I can grab them for support in any restorative pose if I need them. I'll also recommend, like any restorative posture that we go into a restorative practice, that you do a little warm up before this practice. So if you want to go back to one of the other videos, the hips flow video or the spinal stretch video work, if you want to just do your own little cat and cow movement, some hip movements, just to get you warmed up before sinking into the slower, deeper postures, that's going to be best for your body here. So pause if you need to, or go watch another video, come back to us, and then set up your chair on your mat or on the floor, grab your cushions, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm going to sit on a small little cushion here. You can sit on a folded blanket if you'd like. It just helps to boost your hips up a little bit and give you a little comfort and support. So choose what you'd like to get under your hips. And then I'm going to give you an option of 3 different things you can do with your legs. So none of them are better or worse than the others. There's not a level to this. It's not one is easier and one is medium and one is harder. It's just choices depending on what you want for your lower body today. So when I do this pose, when I demo for the video, I'm going to do a bound angle pose. So that is soles of your feet together, knees apart. It's kind of a diamond shape with your legs. I like and recommend cushions, pillows for this that go underneath your knees. And you can wedge them right up in there. Okay. One on each side, get them tucked and get them close. Restorative yoga is the yoga of ease. And so we're not looking in this particular practice to be giving a huge stretch and really pushing the inner hips and inner thighs here. We want them to have a little sensation and a little stretch, but we also want them to have support and to be able to rest so that we're not overstretching those muscles and tendons in this long held posture. So if you choose the bound angle legs, again, diamond shape, soles of the feet together, get some support under your knees. Okay, another option for your legs here is kind of a half bound angle shape. We call this a Janu Shirshasana, or a variation of it, really. You'll have one of the legs stay in that bound angle. Keep the cushion underneath your knee, keep it supported. Your other leg can stretch out to the outside of the chair. So kind of a wide V shape with just one of your legs. And the one that's bent, you can pull your foot, your heel in a little closer towards your hips. So that's another option for your legs. This is going to give you that same inner hip, inner thigh stretch on one leg, and then a stretch down the back of your leg and the extended leg. It's going to be a little bit of a softer stretch than if you were doing the full bound angle, or if you go to our third choice, which is both legs long. So a wide V on both sides. And this is going to be a deeper stretch for the backs of your legs. So you can choose which one sounds more appealing to you tonight. For those people who have less flexibility in your spine or in your hips, or I'm really tight in the back line of my body, so I know that this wide leg pose, a forward fold is not as easy for me. It's something I love to practice occasionally, but it's not super easy for me to just fold forward and relax in this one. So if you're looking for more of a challenge, you can do that, but it's not challenge we're really looking for in this particular practice. So again, it's going to be a little softer to go halfway, and then you still get the sensation on both sides, or you can come to the full bound angle and you get a more intense stretch for inner hips, inner thighs. It's usually easier for people who have some forward folding issues because of tightness in their back body to fold forward here. Now, if you're really tight in your inner hips or inner thighs, it's going to be more of a challenge for you. So you can play around, see what works best for you. Maybe try each leg position, do a gentle little forward fold at first, see how it feels to you, and pick the one that feels like it's getting you nice, good sensation, but it's not a super strain or struggle. Okay, play around with it. Get your cushions set up as you need to. And then you want to get the chair nice and close to you at first, and you can always push it away later if you feel like you need more space to forward bend. The chair will come right up towards you. Your arms will come on top. And then your head should be able to rest down on your forearms. Now, if this feels super easy for you, or if you feel like your spine is really rounding because it's super close and you want a longer spine, which is always what we want in a forward fold, a nice long straight spine, you can use your forearms and just gently push the chair away from you little by little, a fraction of an inch at a time. Reaching your heart out, reaching the crown of your head forward. And coming to a space where you feel you can still rest on the chair. You can let your upper body weight kind of hang out there. Your spine feels long. Your legs have sensation, but they're not screaming out in pain here. You should be able to feel a stretch, but also be able to rest into that stretch. I'm looking for a space where you can breathe easily. It's usually a good indicator of finding balance between effort and ease. So if you can breathe smoothly, breathe softly, and your body isn't straining too much. And usually when the body strains, the breath will start to strain as well. As you settle in here and start to rest, check in with your shoulders. If you can drop them down away from your ears a little bit. And know that you can change the position of your arms. If this bothers your shoulders, if it's too much for your upper back, you can bring your head right down to the chair, or maybe put a blanket on top of the chair, something that helps bring the seat up to meet your head. And you can rest your hands down on the floor. Some people like to rest their hands on the edges of the chair, let their elbows hang down, or you can find any other spot on the chair where maybe you want to hold on. But try to stay away from an arm placement that makes your arms effort. Now, you don't want them to have to work too much here. Come to a place where your shoulders can rest, your elbows can rest, your arms can just kind of hang heavy. And check in with your face. Maybe give your jaw a little wiggle. Maybe make some funny faces here. Kind of stretch out your mouth. Stretch your eyes. Open them really wide and then scrunch them up. Wiggle your nose. Just release a little bit of tension from your facial muscles. And then let your bottom teeth drop down away from your top teeth. Let your forehead rest a little more into the seat of your chair or your arms or your hands, wherever it's resting. And then start to guide your attention down to your lower body and any sensation you're finding there. Root down a little more through your hips, your tailbone reaching back and down, dropping your weight into your sitting bones on both sides. And breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Notice where that sensation is. Inner thighs, outer thighs, the backs of your legs, through your hips, through your back. And you exhale, imagining that muscle can melt around bone. like candle wax melting around the wick, just softening. Letting your body fall further and further into whatever shape you chose. And this would be the time for those who chose the Janu Shirshasana shape, the one leg bent, one leg straight shape, to gently stack your spine back up. Take the leg that was out long, bring it back in. Open that knee up, slide a cushion underneath, and take your other leg, bring it back up, and then slide it out long. So you're just switching sides, readjusting how you need to, and then ease right back into your forward fold. You may need to play with the chair a little if you switch sides. With two sides of the body, they're different. So you may need to bring your chair closer or push it a little further away. And check in again with the shape of your body, with your breath. And softening after transition, if you transitioned. Check in with your face again, your spine, your hips. Any sensation. And taking a few more breaths time here. Scan through your body, notice if anywhere has picked up tension that you can let go of. Check in with your shoulders again. Every time you let your breath go, sitting a little more into your hips, staying rooted. As we prepare to come out of this shape, feeling first into your hips where they meet the floor, the cushion, the blanket, whatever they're on. And rooting down even a little more, sink into that space. And slowly start to stack your spine back up, vertebra by vertebra, coming up very slowly. Head comes up last. And only if you chose the shape that has one leg stretched and one leg bent, just even it out however you'd like to. Either bend the long leg back in and come to a full bound angle shape, the diamond shape, or take your bent leg, stretch it out long so you have both legs in a V, whichever way you want to go. Bring both hands up to the seat of the chair. Press down into the chair seat to grow up a little taller in your spine. Just a decompression after that forward fold. Take your left hand back around behind you. Nice deep breath, get long in your spine. Exhale and twist. Turn your ribs towards the left. Your head can look back over your left shoulder. And one more nice deep breath in, and then exhale to unwind. And then just switching sides. Left hand on the chair seat, right hand back around behind you. Breathe in, get long in your spine. Breathe out and melt into the rotation. And then one more nice deep breath and exhale to unwind. We're going to push the chair away just a tiny bit to get into our next pose. If you have cushions near you, just put them off to the sides. You won't need them. The cushion that's underneath you, if you're using it, or the folded blanket, you'll come off of that, but just push it back a little further behind you. You'll use that for underneath your head. And then we're coming to one of our favorite restorative postures. This is a big, exciting pose when we do it in class. Most people love this one. It is legs up on a chair. So this is one you can do with your couch at home, with an armchair. You can do it legs up on the coffee table, whatever is a good height to get kind of a 90-degree angle with your legs. You want to scoot your hips pretty close and then get your calves up on the chair so that your hips can sit right beneath your knees or pretty close to it, and your lower legs can rest all the way on that chair seat. Okay, and then feel free, if you get a little chilly when you get still, to throw a blanket over your legs or over your whole body. Just the pillow or folded blanket that's underneath your head. Make yourself nice and comfortable there. Feel free to roll it up under your neck a little bit. This is a restorative posture of complete ease, complete letting go. There's no effort at all here. So arms wherever they're comfortable on your body, out by your sides, even up overhead if that feels really good for you. If you tend to have some more tension in your chest or shoulders and going up overhead feels like a little bit of a strain in your body, choose a different position for this one. We want no strain, no stress, lots of just yummy release. So legs can start to sink into that chair. Feel free to lift your hips and wiggle them around a little bit and settle them into a comfortable spot. And again, blanket on top if you like that. And head can look right up towards the ceiling. And close your eyes. As we sink into this restorative posture, bringing your attention back again to your breath, and feel it really washing through your body here. And that breath in, reaching all the way to your toes, and the breath out, your body just releasing down into all this support, the floor, the seat of the chair, and the skin and the back of your body melting into that sensation of being held. Check in with your upper body. Notice if your shoulders need to slide down away from your ears or away from each other. And feel a broadening sensation through your chest, through your heart space. And breathe into that space. And softening your jaw, release the back of your bottom teeth back and down. Soften your lips and your tongue, and your cheeks and your chin, your nose, your brow, your scalp, your ears, neck, throat, collarbones. Feel that breath, again, just washing through. exhale, your body heavier. Sink into your sacrum, into that space at your lower back, the back of your hips. This is my #1 yoga therapy homework for someone who has hurt their back, who has an acute injury, a back strain. It allows everything to come back into alignment, open up a little, and relax. It allows everything to soften, anything that's clenched, that's tight. Can have some time to find ease here. Find relaxation, find surrender. And check in with your spine. And really guide your inner eye up the whole length of your spine, one bone at a time. Imagine checking in with each space, each vertebra. And allow each segment of your spine to rest down towards the floor a little bit more. And up through your lower back, your mid back, between your shoulder blades, and right up through the back of your neck. And your head resting down heavy and your eyes resting back into your head. Imagine your breath washing up and down the length of your spine, softening it even more. Your breath kind of caressing your spine, stroking it like you would stroke the back of your cat or your dog. That petting. Imagine your breath petting the length of your spine. Soothing, inviting ease. You can stay in this pose, this position, for as long as you'd like to. I often recommend at least 5 minutes, but 10, 15, 20 minutes or longer is absolutely fine. As long as you want to be here, as long as you feel comfortable, feel free to stay. As we start to come out of this pose, move slowly. Maybe wiggle fingers or toes a little bit if your body got really still. And then one by one, just peel your knees back and use your feet to push the chair away from you. Just enough that you can bring your feet back down to the floor. And roll your body over to one side. You can take that pillow or blanket with you. Keep your head cushioned. Curl your knees up and just take a few breaths on your side to transition. And when you're ready to rise, top hand comes to the floor in front of you. Presses down so that you can peel up slowly. Head comes up last. And take a few moments just to breathe. Feel into the after effects of all of that restorative yoga. have a wonderful night, okay, or a wonderful day ahead, depending on when you're watching this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.